Welcome back to Lenz's Comic Corner, classic slash non-classic. This is episode number 445 and Doubleshot number 362. Okay, I got two Transformer trades. I have two more in the next review. Yeah, two more. Okay. First up, it's Transformers Northern Meets the Eye, Volume 9. Yeah, 9. This contains issues 45 to 40. This is the Pencilum trade that collects issues of this volume. Yep. And this is just dealing with the stuff last one, basically about the Decepticon Department of Justice finding out about the whole thing of Megatron being an Autobot now and him being on the run. Though, for some reason here, I have no idea why this is. There's one point in the book where, and I thought this was really weird. At one point, I think this is supposed to be Megatron, but it actually is not him at all. It looks like him. Yeah, this looks like him, but it kind of looks like the way he did during Transformers Armada. Yeah, for some reason he has got the tank look. I don't know why they decided to adapt that look for some strange reason. Yeah. It's kind of bizarre, to say the least. But, yeah. It just deals with more stuff with Lost Light stuff. At the end, they basically find Ravage, where some people thought he was hiding, turns out he wasn't. It basically leads into the stuff that leads into the next volume, and then after that, of course, you have Time's Return. This is really good. I didn't want to spoil it too much, just by the fact that this is a really good series, and I highly recommend to people who are fans of Transformers. But I highly recommend that in the case of this thing, there's a bunch of other Transformer books I recommend, like All Hail Megatron, the original Transformer book. There's a bunch of miniseries. Megatron Origin is one of them. It's the first chronological series of this universe. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me. So, because of the fact this series is still pretty fun to read, and currently right now it's being run as Lost Light. Because, well, I guess they figured, oh, why not? This is written by James Roberts. Yeah, with artwork by Alex Moline, who does issues 45 46. Brandon Cahill, who does issue 47. And Hajio Sakamoto, who does the last couple issues in here. Yeah. So, I'm going to get this a 9 out of 10. Next up is just plain old Transformers. Volume, I think this is 8. Yeah, this is volume 8. And this contains issues 42 to 45. This deals with the aftermath of the storyline Combiner Wars, which that was adapted, I believe, into a season of Robots in Skies TV show. Yep. One of the things these issues deal with is the fact that Prowl is openly defying Optimus in here, and he beats the crap out of him for it. Now, this particular thing has got two different artists in these issues. You have Andrew Griffin and Lavito Ramaldi. Now, here, this artwork right here, I recognize this artwork as the artist who did Megatron the Origin. So any scene that's set on Cybertron, you have this artwork. If it's set like on another planet, like let's say if it's set on Earth or someplace else, you get this artwork right here. Okay, this is not bad per se, but at least it's consistent. And yeah, the whole thing of like Prowl openly defying Optimus, constantly basically questioning his orders. It's something new they're doing with Prowl. I think he's in the current book. I don't remember. It's been a while. This book ended at issue 57 and was relaunched as Optimus Prime. But when Optimus Prime when they got its own annuals, they just call it Transformers Annual. That's what they call it. Yep, they call it Transformers Annual #1, despite the fact the book is called Optimus Prime. And that book, like this one, is, well, this basically also had Starscream in here as well. So basically it had a split focus. So you had Optimus Prime on Cybertron beating the crap out of Prowl, and you have Autobots on another planet. It's two different stories per se, and you get a chance to see some stuff that basically, it's kind of like, that's if you read this, you're like, man, we kind of need a third book. That's what we got to LR1. So, yeah, basically, you can kind of say that some of the issues in here, you can kind of read it and you can see some seeds planted for TLR1. Yeah, but this I think is really good. It's a great Transformers comic book. Now originally this one was known as Robots in Disguise, as when it was when it first started. And then after the Robots in Disguise cartoon series came on, this of course is the second one. They call it that. The first one has nothing to do with the second one. In order to not confuse people to thinking that the Robots in Disguise comic book, this original series' original name, being sort of a tie-in to that, they just dropped the name Robots in Disguise and just call it simply Transformers. Yeah. So, and there was a separate Robots in Disguise comic book published that tied into the TV show. So, in order to avoid confusion, that's why the reason why that there's like two different Robots in Disguise comic books published by IDW. The first one is the one that this series was originally known as for the first 32 issues, and then with issue 33 was just reading Transformers. Excuse me. While in the case of the other book, that one's a tie-in to that TV show. So, I get the reason why, in order to avoid confusion. That makes sense. Yep. Some of the other changes, sometimes whenever a company changes a title for no reason, even though it has nothing really to do with the actual name itself, and honestly it makes no sense. I think people get confused. Like, the second volume of Rebels, I spoke to him about this. This is just an example. The reason why that the second volume that was called Rebels, originally he wanted to call it Legion, but he was told not to do that because they thought with the name Legion, people would think in order to avoid confusion over thinking it ties Legion to superheroes. Not if it has those dots in there, so that's the reason why we have Rebels Volume 2. It's because of DC editorial changing the name. Now, the writer of this book is John Barber, who is also the editor of the Transformer books. So, and he's still writing. He's still writing Optimus Prime. He's still doing it. It's still the same creative team, which is great. But John Barber basically is also the editor of this line. So basically, this is all basically anything that goes in the Transformer books. Basically, he has to give the green light for it. That's basically his job as a series editor, or at least the whole franchise editor as a whole. This I think is really good. I love the artwork in here. It's just really good. I like the fact that for two different for a transition thing, so in order to avoid confusion, like, oh, why is okay, you don't have the same artwork. I get the reason why that we have two different artists on here, because he transitions between two different planets. Not the first time I'm seeing this with Transformers. They did this also with the previous Transformer book. The first one they published was an ongoing series. Toward the end of the series, when they hit issue 7 Cybertron, they used this very artist. I don't know who this artist is, but they used this very artwork whenever they went to Cybertron. Whenever they were on Earth, they used this artwork right here. They used the regular artist. Currently, this is the series that's on Earth right now. So yeah, pretty good. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Really good. Alright, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is going to be episode 446 and Doubleshot number, I believe it's going to be 363, which is going to be 2 more Transformer trades coming. Okay? But until then, I will see you there. Bye.